Hello, beautiful Leos. Welcome to your reading. If you're new here, I'm Divine Light, and I'm so happy you have joined me today. In this reading, we will dive into the energies of your next 4 weeks with a general overview. And if you go on to enjoy this message, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe. That way we can continue to grow and shine together. I'm going to start up with your coffee cup. Then we're going to move on to your tarot. We're going to look into the past, present, and the future energies for the next 4 weeks. And let's see what's affecting it from the past as well. I see there are 3 tears of joy coming forth within the 3rd week timeline. This can be some good news coming. I even see it's forming a platform here. This can be a platform, maybe even that is already built up. You see like the tears of joy actually popping during the direction of the 3rd week. So if you have maybe an art or teaching something, or you're looking for a platform to advertise something, a product you have or an idea, it seems like that platform is forming at this moment. This can be something new, maybe supporting what you're doing, or this can be something that is established, but I feel like maybe a department that they don't really have, they're building right this moment, okay? And this next 3 weeks can be a timeline that you're going to start connecting with these energies. It sounds a little too specific when you think about it, but this can even be maybe you're a teacher and you're looking for a school that will really feed your soul and inspire you. This can be a department opening up in that school, okay? That's a school established and a new department forming that you can go in there and teach. And I see there is the one pathway very specific within the 2nd week opening up, and there is actually another highway showing up but not really clear within the towards the end of the 1st week here. So the highways, the pathways, this can be mental pathways, thinking patterns, thinking outside of the box and coming up with the solutions to a certain situation. When I look at inside the cup, there's a very light energy, so it seems like here, even though the solution is required, the problem is not going to be something that is going to be disturbing you. This can be the problem, might not even the problem. It can be something that you want to accomplish, that you are exploring whatever is available to you right now in that field, and then you're looking outside of the cup, maybe exploring different pathways here. You can see there like a one here, one there, but then one solidifies that really leads to your desire. This can be maybe you're manifesting money, but you have coming up with a couple ideas, exploring them. Some of them might not be really, short paths are not really satisfying. You want something for the long term. And it seems like when you're at it, when you keep at it, it is going to start showing up, clarify. The pathway is going to be actually aged in stone. Another thing here is there's a couple having a conversation within the 1st week. One of them has like a horse next to them, the feminine energy. So the horse means wish fulfillment. This can be someone who already manifested the wish, and there's someone else chasing this lady. This can be feminine energy or creative side. Maybe we're going to look at the past energies. You have already accomplished something. You have already manifested something. And this is actually somebody's admiring, coming after you to ask you, okay, I want to see what this is. And the Justice and the King of Pentacles come forth. This can be a material thing that you have obtained, okay? And this is under a hill, so this can be something that has taken a while, that maybe finding a job, occupation, or maybe finding, we have 6 of Cups and the 2 of Cups here. Maybe something that you felt, let's see what this is. Yeah, emotional satisfaction came with this, okay? And the Death card. So meaning, I feel like here you worked on something, maybe a project, or maybe this is a case, a legal case that you're pursuing. Deep down, maybe you're feeling sad this came to an end because it has been part of your life for so long, but it seems like it is coming to an end. You are receiving some final result on this thing because September is also coming in. We're stepping into that month, and that's when the vacations are over, the schools are starting. Even though the calendar shows that January is the 1st month, we reset everything after the summertime. Like even if you're in Australia, it's the winter time. So I think Comment down below, let me know because I don't really know the seasons there. I've never been there. So it seems like here you're resetting something. It's back to school time, okay? You're accomplishing something. That back to school timeline is actually helping you accomplish something. And another person coming after you is going to ask you how you managed to make this happen, and that can turn into a source of abundance for you. Maybe there are other people out there wants to receive what you're receiving, wants to do what you're doing, and they need your information, they need your guidance, and that can turn into a resource for you. Maybe you can create a package or something and get something out of it. Another thing I see within the second week, there's a home right there forming. Some of you might be, it's down the hill, going to visit someone, or this can also indicate there is a prospective, like a future home waiting for you. It can be like a private space because I feel a private energy here, not really many around you. And there's a character standing, Hierophant. Hierophant can be like a government institution, an authority figure, something that is limited to the rules and regulations, the paperwork. So this can be an opportunity for you to apply a paperwork and then maybe get financial support for your home. It can be something like that as well. Maybe it's like you have a limited income and there's a way that you can really make a deal with the Hierophant, the authority, the government, that can actually, like, there's a paper behind it. So there's a paper above you as well. You might have to really research and look into how to take care of the situation. But when you do, it is giving you like some sort of a wealth coming in, because I see the elephant's trunk actually coming out of there. So this can be a cut on something that you're paying, or this can be a support that is coming to take care of that part. Because I see there's like within the third week, there's a W showing up. W can be taken as a win. Okay, this is going to be an accomplishment. This is going to be something that is satisfying for you. Another thing here is a person right there holding, like, kind of looks like a carriage coming towards you. We see the carriage as a chariot, and the chariot is a very good representation of your discipline and hard work paying off. And discipline and hard work can be initially mental hard work, maybe because you are actually manifesting something, but you keep wavering, your mind keeps going to the negative, and you keep seeing what's happening around the world, all the negative stuff. And whenever you do, we lower our energy. We cannot really help the world from a desperate place. So it seems like here, the carriage, the chariot is your mental work, that you keep focusing on the things that you desire and keeping laser focus on the things that you're creating, okay? And when you do laser focus on that, the action moment comes forth as well as an idea and inspiration. And you're within the third week here, you might receive a big inspiration to, like, a galloping towards a new future from the past, leaving the past behind, okay? I see here within the fourth week timeline, there is a small boxed up legal paper can be showing up. This can also be, there's a flag above it. Flag represents freedom, okay, sovereignty. So you might be receiving something that is actually breaking your chains from a situation. This can be something in the mail. This can be support. Like I mentioned before, support is coming already, but I feel this is a small thing. It's not a massive stuff, but a tiny little thing has the power to change a lot of things happening around you. I see there's a male figure here. I don't know if you can see the mouth, the nose, and the eye right there. This can be someone who has like kind of like a pig-like face, and this doesn't mean a negative thing. Animals do not really have negative intentions. So the pig can be someone who is like, they represent usually greed, but I feel like this person can be someone who's wealthy, okay, who can accumulate wealth really fast. And the piggy bank actually accumulates the wealth. So, and bright aura feels like this person has an information. They have an elephant in front of them, like they are connected to the wealth. So they might be the one giving you that small thing, maybe little information that you need to file somewhere, or that little flag that is going to be your referral reference to something, which will bring the victory to you. Okay, you're going to have your own flag, and you're going to be able to get your own flag and like put it on your own soil, basically claim your sovereignty there. Another thing I see here on the bottom is there's someone in your heart space. They're not clear, so I feel like this is someone Can be about love, because I feel the horse here, like the Knight of Cups, someone who wants to have something together, grow together. Knight is the energy of movement. They're moving towards you. I don't feel the gender energy here, so it doesn't matter, like whatever the gender you're interested. Seems like here, the more you clarify, if you're looking for love and romance in your life, the more you clarify what kind of relationship you want to have, the more this person actually starts to come together, okay, in like or come closer to you, because there's someone always out there for us. But the thing is, though, the more you push it away, that you say, I don't want someone in my life, the more you're pushing it away. So the more you clarify what you truly want, it seems like they're going to actually start to come to become in the form. And the horse right here can be also you meeting and handshaking maybe with this person towards the end of the month. I'm going to dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, and intention, hold it in your mind, and let's see what the answer is going to be for that one. There's a stagnant energy in your heart. That's why I felt like maybe you're thinking, like, I don't want that, I don't want this out. Like, you're focusing on the things you don't want to have. Okay? Sometimes that's a good thing. But then, like, it is actually, I see a money issue here. Maybe the money is stagnant. It wants to come forward. It is kind of related to your desire. It is like your desire, basically, but it is coming very slowly. But it seems like it is coming in big amounts. When it shows up, you're going to be like, oh, where was this all my life long, kind of an energy here. But there is like a bird opening the wings and flying freely. I see here a seal. Seals are also powerful creatures, and they have a mind on their own. So if you are shrinking your light, if you are not really being fully in your energy emotionally, intellectually, bird is the flying, the air, intellectual, the water energy is the emotional. It is slowing down the progress, okay? The more you are actually maybe trying to make others happy, Leo. You don't tend to do that because you are the leader, you are the lion, the king, the queen of the jungle. However, this is something that is maybe you're satisfying somebody else's wish, and this person might not even be in your life at this moment. Okay, that's why your desire has a slower progress. When you don't have to feel like, oh, if this is somebody else's wish and my wish too, I want to make it happen. I feel like here, instead of just putting all the weight on the person who gave you the idea, they inspired me. Instead of that, looking at it, okay, everyone can inspire anything, but it's our job to turn that into our passion. When you find your passion in it, you see it is actually like the smallest thing that is going to start moving further, faster. It doesn't require too much. Maybe you're thinking this requires too much to move on. Maybe it requires too much money. It requires too much effort. But it just requires a tiny little idea to actually unlock. I see here there's a couple, somebody actually turn your back towards you, can be a feminine character turning back the masculine character. Maybe you are the one, the feminine character, turning your back towards the masculine. So, but you're still attached to this person, okay? And that can be the thing also holding you back. Maybe you might be thinking this was their idea, this was their desire. I don't want that. But they might be only like an inspiration to you to go after that. Because like I tell you how I started this channel. I was actually having a vacation with one of my friends, and I do this readings. My mother does. This morning I went to her. She actually does this kind of coffee cup readings daily. This is our thing. And I did for my friend, and she said like, isn't this fun? Why don't you just record it and post it on YouTube? That's how I started. I recorded one video and somebody requested their sign. I recorded the sign. And then somebody else said, like, can you record my sign, Aquarius or Leo? And then I kept uploading. That's it. And now 3 years later, we're here today with you. Okay, so it doesn't have to be something massive. And it doesn't have to, it might look like it doesn't belong to you, but it does belong to you, and there is a resource abundance waiting for you there, okay? All you need to do is just find your own spark in it, okay? And I see here letter C and a half heart. Maybe there's a half-heartedly you're actually approaching the situation, but your crown is right there and waiting for you. When you full-heartedly dedicate yourself to your work or your desire, seems like here it is like the crown is waiting for you out there, and it's actually aligning with the third week. I told you maybe within 3 weeks you're going to start seeing results of the outcome. Okay, I'm going to dive into your tarot. We're going to see, okay, the past effects, why this thing is like whatever it is in your mind. I know it's getting so specific sometimes, but sometimes it is very vague. So, oh, okay, we have 9 of Pentacles and the Lovers. Now I'm feeling like I mentioned, maybe some of you are against the Lovers idea because you're enjoying your wealth, like your loneliness or your space very much. But this doesn't mean that you are actually, you have to allow someone into your space and just step all over it. It doesn't mean that, okay? Let's see the past effects of it. 10 of Cups is a good energy. It seems like here you have a supporting community in the past, okay? And this can even be like in college, your friends, it can be your neighborhood, but it seems like you already know how to bring together these kind of energies. We had 9 of Swords though. What happened is maybe one of the self-fulfilling prophecies came forth, and you turned that into a nightmare for yourself. Now I'm starting to think, is this because maybe you didn't draw enough boundaries? You said yes when you want to say no, or because you are the leader, you wanted to help everyone. You didn't want to leave them out in the cold. But that might actually stress you out and turn your nightmares into the reality in the past, okay? This can be about the relationship. This can also be about maybe you were working alone by yourself. You allowed a partner to come in, and that actually really disrupted your flow. I see here 2 of Wands is planning energy. You have the world in your hand. Either way, though, you are very capable of creating amazing things. And it seems like you have managed to make it happen in the past. 2 of Wands is the energy of planning and structure, actually leading towards action, getting you to where you want to go. And you have stopped on the planning stage, okay? I want to see like the present, which you can do. The planning stage can be planning for a new trip, or actually like being by yourself and succeeding by yourself. You stopped at that point. Let's see in the present what you can do. Do what you love to do, first of all. What makes you feel free and loved and appreciated. And Ace of Cups can also be new love coming for some of you. Maybe even though you don't want love, you want, if we look at it in a career, this can be new career, new love, new resources, new money opportunities, or maybe even help showing up. But this is going to really satisfy you when it shows up, okay? And so, like I said, instead of focusing on the negative parts of it, this time for the next 4 weeks, if you focus on the parts that are actually new, fresh, loving, makes you feel excited, the things are going to work out for the better. Like I said, your mind is going to keep coming and telling you with the devil, okay, it's not going to work out. This is going to be something that is chaining us down. This is like a mental, actually, entrapment. You see they're entrapped here, and this can push you to the ways, maybe procrastinating, not really doing things you want to do, but also when you want to do it, it's dreading. It is like really coming as boring. That can be the energy. What you can do here is balance it out. You don't have to jump with both feet. You can just step into things one step at a time. And whenever you get bored of those things, you can put them on the side and do something you enjoy. Drink some good, like she's actually here, Earth's grounding herself. Like drink some good stuff. Drink some beautiful tea. Eat something like grounding things that are earthly things. Do the things that are grounding you, that you love to do, okay? And physical things. Maybe go to swimming, take a beautiful walk, and have a conversation with someone that really, stimulates you, makes you feel good. And it seems like eventually it is actually, the lowers can also indicate good health. improvement in the situations, the relationships. It seems like that's what's going to show up when you ground yourself with the physical satisfaction. The physical satisfaction, like I said, the things that you can do by grounding yourself, like plant a tree, plant a beautiful, what did I plant it the other day? Basil plant, for example. I put a basil plant and a tomato plant. So you can do those kind of things too. And let's see what the future holds. We have the sun. This is you. This is your sunshine, optimism, goodwill, good wishes, and victory, because he's riding a horse. Horse is always a good sign. Horses is progress. Horse is wish fulfillment. Your desires galloping towards you. When you keep it like a balance, the things are going to actually fall into the right place. We have here 7. This is the positive stuff. So 7 of Cups can be representative of the many options that you're going to receive, many choices you will have in that case. Can be a little bit confusing for you, because if there are too many things to choose from, you might feel a little frustrated and say, you know what, which one I don't want. I don't know which one I'm going to choose first, or which one I'm going to start first. But either way, I feel with the Lover's energy, this is going to be really satisfying. With the 9 of Pentacles also, it's going to be satisfying, and you're not going to be alone. You're going to have the right company with you. We have 5 of Swords here. 5 of Swords coming maybe even as an advice. You might get a little greedy because you're going to have many things in front of you, or you might deal with someone greedy when they see that you have all these options. They're coming in and trying to defeat you. I want to pull some more. Be aware of that. We have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. Someone might be like logical and maybe not really have a high EQ. They can, but maybe they're looking at life very stoically. That's why they might detach from the emotional outcome of their actions, okay? So, but we have an Ace of Swords. What you can do is, when you come up, like this kind of energy shows up for you, maybe trying to take things away from you. They want to compete. They want to take you down. Seems like here there's a better idea, better way to handle things. And it is suggesting in the future timeline, look into the big picture, the major arcana here, the material, what satisfies you. And if there's something here that this person wants to take away that is not really something that you have extra, it's not really your main purpose, maybe it's just good to, let them have it, because it seems like you're going to come up with something better for yourself, okay? You're going to choose a better option, okay? Maybe you come up with a better idea, or an opportunity will be coming to you that they don't even recognize that they're getting the scraps of your stuff, okay? I'm going to pull a spiritual message here. And then we're going to pull an angel that will be assisting you throughout this month, okay? Stay connected. Okay, we have 10 of Cups, family, soul family, the people you align with. We have the Lovers, emotional satisfaction, the soulmates. Twin flames are, most of the time, it represents romantic relationship. But the soulmates are the people that you get along well, help you grow, reflect yourself with a gentle attitude rather than gaslighting you. They will be, even if they criticize, it's a constructive criticism. It's not for breaking your heart. It's for improving yourself and themselves as well. Okay, so we're all born connected to spirit, often knows the divine source. Okay, you can connect with a divine source, and I feel like sometimes divine source reflects as soulmates in our life. So that's why I want to say that. Yet many of us have a tendency to pull away from that connection as we journey through life in the physical world. Now is an important time to reconnect to the source. This kind of reminds me also, you can connect to the source as well through meditation, prayer, your rituals, daily rituals. And another thing, this reminds me of the Sistine Chapels, the ceiling. God is reaching out to the Adam, but the Adam's finger is actually reaching down. So God is always reaching out to us. If you are feeling alone, if you're feeling not protected or not a part of the Creator, this is actually a sign that it's always there. It is always there. All you need to do is ask, and you shall receive. And this is actually on my board. I'm going to read that to you. Ask and it shall be given you. Seek and you shall find. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. And all of those things are actually coming through the connection with the high divine power, okay? Let's pull your angel for this next 4 weeks. That's going to be affecting you, assisting you, which can also have a virtue coming with it. We have the Archangel Raphael, liberation, freedom, maybe travel. Also, we have the stream crystal here, which is the crystal of wealth, abundance, resources. And the sky is the limit. You have all the galaxies and the energies behind you and supporting you. Whenever you need to feel that support, what you can do is call upon the Archangel Raphael and ask her or him to help you liberate yourself from the place that you're in, or maybe the situation, if you're in a tough situation that you're in. Also, maybe you overall want to have liberation. You want to upgrade your life to a higher level. You want to have freedom to do whatever you want. Call upon the Archangel Raphael and ask him, her to tell you, show me what to do. And you will definitely get an intuitive nudge, okay? All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Thank you so much for sharing your time and energy with me. I hope this reading brings clarity and light for the weeks ahead. And until next time, stay blessed and keep shining your light. I wish you a magical day. Bye. Hey, beautiful. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel.